My girlfriend secretly recorded our arguments and edited them to make me sound abusive, sharing them with her friends. I found out when one confronted me. Instead of calling her out, I started recording everything too. At her birthday party, when she announced our engagement, I played the unedited tapes through the speakers. I'm Ryan, 32, software developer. Been with Jessica for 18 months. Everything seemed great until her friend, Danielle, cornered me at the gym 6 weeks ago. How dare you talk to Jessica like that? She hissed, eyes blazing with anger. Talk to her like what? She played us the recordings. You call her names, belittle her intelligence. You're emotionally abusive. I stared at her confused. Recordings of what? Danielle pulled out her phone and played a 30-second clip. I heard my voice. Jessica, you stupid. Don't understand basic money concepts. Waste my time explaining. My blood ran cold. Those words were mine, but not the context. The full conversation had been about helping her organize her budget after she asked for advice. She joked about being terrible with numbers, and I'd replied, come on. You're not stupid. Financial concepts just take practice. But the recording had cut out everything except the negative words, making it sound like I was calling her stupid. Clever editing. Danielle, that's not what happened. She edited. Don't you dare gaslight me. I know what I heard. She stormed off before I could explain further. My mind raced. How many arguments had Jessica recorded? How many had she shared? What else had she edited? That night, Jessica acted completely normal. Kissing me hello, asking about my day, making dinner together. But now I saw the calculation behind her smile. Plus, I remembered she worked part-time as a video editor for her cousin's wedding business. She had both the software and skills for this manipulation. How was the gym? She asked innocently. Fine. Saw Danielle there. No reaction. Just a casual. Oh, yeah. How's she doing? This woman was a master manipulator. Instead of confronting her, I decided to play her game. Better. I spent the next day researching recording laws. Thankfully, my state only requires one-party consent for recording conversations. Meaning as long as you're part of the conversation, it's legal. But I consulted my cousin Rick, a paralegal, to be sure. Can I record conversations in my own apartment? In your state, yes, as long as you're part of the conversation. But Ryan, if these recordings show abuse allegations are false, document everything properly. I spent the following week carefully planning, ordered recording equipment, small digital recorders, my phone backup, nothing cameras because those would cross legal lines into surveillance. Everything was delivered to my office under my friend Mike's name. By the following Friday, I had small digital recorders strategically placed. One in a fake book on our living room shelf, another in a tissue box on the kitchen counter. My pen recorder became my constant companion. I set up auto backup for all my phone recordings to a secure cloud. The first real test came the next Saturday. We were discussing her birthday plans when I mentioned budget constraints. We could do a smaller party, I suggested. Maybe dinner with close friends instead of renting that event space. Her face tightened. Are you saying I don't deserve a nice party? No. I'm saying we need to be realistic about finances. You make good money. You just don't want to spend it on me. I watched her reach subtly for her phone, a pattern I'd noticed before, but dismissed. She was recording. Jessica, that's not fair. I spend plenty on us. Name one expensive thing you've bought me lately. Your birthday is literally next week. I've already bought your present and planned surprises, but you won't let me have the party I want. We went back and forth for 15 minutes. I stayed measured, careful with my words. When she ended the recording, I knew I'd captured the whole thing. Sure enough, Monday at work, my colleague Mike mentioned that his wife, Jessica's friend, Sarah, had heard some concerning audio from Jessica. She's worried about you, man, says Jessica showed proof you're controlling. I smiled tightly. Thanks for looking out, Mike. I'm handling it. The recordings continued. Jessica would nitpick everything, leave dirty dishes for me to clean while complaining I never helped around the house, captured on kitchen recorder. Questioned me about female work colleagues she'd never mentioned before. I stayed observant, recording everything important conversation. 3 weeks in, I discovered something that confirmed all my suspicions. While she was in the shower, her phone buzzed with a text from her friend, Lauren. The new version is just right. He sounds so much worse now. Still planning to announce at your party. My heart pounded. Engagement announcement. We discussed marriage casually, but nothing was decided. I quickly photographed the message with my work phone. 2 weeks before her birthday, I had enough evidence. I contacted Mike's friend, James, who runs a small AV company, explaining I needed help with a presentation for my girlfriend's birthday. No details, just technical support. Jessica had been dropping hints about venue sizes and guest lists. Her party was shaping up to be a 60-person event at the Warehouse, a trendy restaurant with a private event room. I played along, acting excited, helping her plan. The venue has a full sound system, she mentioned during planning. That's perfect, I replied, wheels turning. Will anyone be giving speeches? Maybe my dad will say a few words, and Lauren mentioned doing a toast. What about me? Can I say something too? Her eyes lit up. Of course. What did you have in mind? Just a surprise. You'll see at the party. The week of her party, I spent every evening carefully organizing my evidence. I matched every edited recording with its unedited version using her own video editing software's template. She'd left it open on her laptop once. James helped me create a seamless presentation that would play perfectly through the venue system. Her birthday arrived. The party started at 7 p.m. By 8:30, everyone had arrived. Her family, work friends, gym friends, all people who'd likely heard her evidence. I mingled, smiled, played the part of the supportive boyfriend. Several people gave me sympathetic looks. Jessica's cousin Amy pulled me aside and whispered, "You know we're here for you if you need help." At 9 p.m. after dinner, Lauren stood up for her toast. She praised Jessica, then shot me a pointed look. "Jessica, you're so strong. Never let anyone dim your light." The implication was clear. I raised my glass with everyone else, noting that half the room seemed to be watching my reaction. Then Jessica stood up, beaming. "Actually, before we cut the cake, I have a special announcement." She grabbed my hand, pulling me up beside her. My heart raced. This was it. Ryan and I. "Actually," I interrupted, squeezing her hand harder than necessary. "I also have an announcement that can't wait." I walked to the AV station where James was ready as planned. "I've prepared something special for Jessica's birthday, a journey through our relationship." Jessica's face showed confusion, then concern as I plugged in my USB. The first clip played. Her edited version first. "Jessica, you stupid, don't understand basic money concepts." Gasps echoed through the room. Her friends shot daggers with their eyes, then the full unedited recording. "Come on. You're not stupid, Jessica. Financial concepts just take practice. You asked me to help you learn budgeting, remember? I'm happy to explain again." The room fell silent. I played another pair. Her edited version. "I don't care what you want. Shut up and deal with it." Then the truth. "Jessica, I care deeply about what you want, but can we discuss this calmly? Getting angry won't solve our budget problem." Clip after clip. Her manipulative edits versus reality. In the real recordings, I was patient, supportive, trying to reason with someone who constantly attacked my character. The presentation included a timeline showing when each recording was made and when Jessica had sent the edited versions to her friends. The sidebar showed her texts. "Listen to this. Can you believe he talks to me like this? I need you all to know what I'm dealing with." The final slide simply read, "Jessica has been recording, editing, and sharing false evidence of abuse for months. These are the unedited truths." The silence was deafening. All eyes turned to Jessica. Her face had gone from flushed with excitement to ashen with terror. This isn't," she stammered. "Isn't what, Jessica? Isn't you manipulating everyone? Isn't you planning to announce our engagement without even being engaged?" Her father stood up. Jessica Marie Williams, her mother covered her mouth in shock. Lauren shifted uncomfortably. She spoke up hesitantly. Jess, the recordings, they're different from what you sent us. He's lying. Jessica shouted. He doctored these, but people were already pulling out their phones, comparing the recordings they'd received to what they just heard. I'll be sending the complete unedited recordings to anyone who wants them, I announced. Every conversation captured in full context. I turned back to Jessica. I'm leaving now. Please don't contact me again. Everything has been saved and backed up. The crowd's still processing. I walked out of that restaurant to scattered murmurs. James followed me out, helping me carry the equipment. 2 days later, Jessica showed up at my apartment complex entrance, eyes red from crying. The security guard called up. Miss Williams is here to see you. Please tell her I have no comment and cannot meet with her. She tried 5 more times that week. Each time, I told security no visits allowed. On the 7th day, I received a formal letter from her lawyer demanding I delete all recordings. My response through my cousin Rick, now acting as my attorney. All recordings were legally obtained in a one-party consent state. They remain as protection against false allegations. The aftermath spread like wildfire on social media. Jessica's friends slowly began reaching out. Some apologized immediately. Others remained skeptical until they received the full recordings. Danielle sent a long text. I was wrong to ambush you. I should have asked for both sides. I'm sorry. Her family was devastated. Her older sister posted a heartfelt message. When someone you love turns out to be someone you don't recognize, justice isn't always what we expect. Jessica deleted her main social media accounts, but kept a private Instagram where I heard through the grapevine she posted increasingly erratic content before eventually going completely dark. 6 months later, I ran into Lauren at a coffee shop. She approached hesitantly. Ryan, can we talk? Sure. I knew something was off with those recordings. The cut seemed strange, but I didn't want to doubt her. I get it. I said she's good at manipulation. She's in therapy now, major anger management and trust issues. Her family's having her evaluated. I nodded. I hope she gets the help she needs. As for me, I'm dating someone new now. Sarah, a physical therapist who's refreshingly direct and honest. We laugh about having everything in writing, but the deeper truth is that I've learned to recognize manipulation early. 9 months after the party, Jessica sent one final message through her sister. I'm sorry. What I did was unforgivable, but I need you to know I'm getting help. I realize now how wrong I was. I read it, then deleted it without replying. Her path to redemption was her own to walk. The digital recorders are gone from my apartment now. I kept everything saved on encrypted drives, just in case, but I don't live in fear anymore. Sometimes the best revenge isn't destroying someone. It's letting them face the truth they've been running from. Jessica tried to tear down my reputation with lies. Instead, she destroyed her own life with the truth. I sleep peacefully now, knowing justice was served by simply pressing play.